is we're getting our homework, we're learning how to work through it, and we're moving forward in the most healthiest ways. But this is for Gemini. This is for all Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Gemini. Now, I know a lot of you are new to the channel or just new to me and the way I do things, and I'm just starting to do the videos, not to do readings, but to do the videos for the zodiac, because I was told by Spirit to start doing them individually as zodiac readings, and I'm just more or less kind of trying to find my little flow of how I'm going to start doing them, because I'm bringing all the energy together that I'm given from Spirit, and as I get more used to doing each one individually, I'll learn what my flow is better, so work with me just a little bit. But I know that I'm always going to be starting off the reading with what is the platform? What is this sign at? So what is Gemini at this time? On the 15th, May 15th through the 31st. So as you start to come into this energy, where are you at on the 15th? Where are you feeling at this time as we start to enter this 15th through 31st energy? What are you feeling? What are you entertaining? What are you acknowledging? What energy are you in? And right off the bat, Spirit directly tells me that you have incoming energy coming at you, and you are being told to walk your talk. Walk your spiritual talk. Not that you don't, but you're being told directly by Spirit to do so. This is going to be forward movement within your own spiritual direction in general that you will be seeing at this time. But I am also being given by Spirit that this has to do with some issues that you may be having with self-judgment. With self-judgment, with ego versus pride, and trying to decide what is the right decision there. As well as, some frustration issues. And I'm going to get into it a little bit more with you as to what Spirit's giving me, but I'm trying to look up something really fast to help me go in the right direction. You have doubt over your spiritual path is what they're saying, some of you are, and what direction to take with that. But it can also be issues that relate with using your creativity. Are you using your creativity? Are you actually tapping into your intuition? And are you allowing it to help you get ahead? Because perhaps the problem is that you're not trusting in that intuition, that creativity, and you're not allowing it to direct you in the right ways. Now, you guys are ruled by Mercury. Mercury this month is flying through Taurus. And I'm bringing this up because Spirit told me directly to come back and do these readings right now on Virgo and on Gemini, because you're both ruled by Mercury. And Mercury is going to be moving through Taurus from the 6th through the 21st, which is you all's, Gemini's, 12th house in a form. So this is going to be dealing with denials, things that you still have in dormant, that you haven't worked out, that the skeletons are in the closet and I kind of like them there, thank you. It's where your secrets and your lies to yourself hide. And with Mercury flying through here in this 2-week period from the 6th to the 21st in Taurus is going to be dealing also with, those situations that you do have in dormant, those situations of those skeletons in the closet, the lies that you tell yourself because you're not prepared to try to heal them. So it's going to be walking through some of those darker energies and speaking to you about finding your self-worth, your self-esteem, your self-value, your independence, your individuality, your uniqueness, your freedom. And it's going to be coming in a very rapid abundance, that communication is. But then it's going to be moving in on the 21st into Gemini with the Sun. So you're going to go from that from your 12th house to the 1st house. So in a form, this is like a rebirthing. Allow this to be a rebirthing. It's working through some of that final healing crap that you have to sift through, and then it goes into your house, your ruling planet is going into your sign, on, the 21st? So, with the Sun, to help illuminate you. I call you guys my Jekyll and Hyde, and I don't mean any disrespect by it, but I call you guys my Jekyll and Hyde because you're the twins, and the twins see everything right down the middle. The twins are on both sides of everything. They understand everything, but you're never 100% sure if you're dealing with Jekyll or Hyde, which side of the twins you're dealing with, and that's why I call it. Well, Mercury is going to be coming into its illumination right here at the end of the month. So you're probably going through some situations, some denial, some stuff that's in dormant, some skeleton, some self-judgment, some ego, some pride. Your crown's opening for some of you because I just had my whole head pulled off. So for some of you, it's a rising in your energy. But in order for you to rise, you must first walk through that universal your 12th house. Now, let's see what the cards have to say. Oh, I was also given in my eyes when I asked what readings I was to be doing. Before I jump into the cards, I was told Fei Wu. Fei Wu looks like this, because I didn't pull the runes, I didn't throw the runes, it was put in my eyes. So, Fei Wu speaks to you of the importance of the opportunity being given to you, if you can understand it and use it. It's all about connecting with the limitless. It's limitless, the energy around you. The universe is limitless if you can connect properly, bringing you abundance, wealth, and prosperity. But you must be connected with the flow of life. And understand that Fei Wu is also, it's about circulation. It's not just, a lot of times people want to hear Fei Wu and they just want to think of money. And it's not about money. Fei Wu's inner secret is knowledge. Knowledge creates power, and with power, you can then create abundance, which can then also bring you into prosperity and money. And it is very much speaking to you of being able to do so. But I was also given Fei Wu, upside down, which means some of you are having problems with that knowledge of that power, because, like, I'm trying to get to my book here, get it flipped over. This is also saying some of you don't have the confidence to follow through with this, and you need to know that there's no reason for you to doubt yourself. This is why you're being told to walk your spiritual talk. It's observe yourself and the situation, and simply, honestly, ask yourself, what do I honestly need to do in order to move me further into the future? Now, with that being said, Gemini, what is the platform for Gemini? What is the platform for Gemini? For right here as we come into May 15th, what is the platform so that they know and understand what this energy is? What is the platform for all Sun, Moon, Rising? And Venus, come. Thank you. I am being given 2 cards. First off, the Princess of Wands flew out. Oh, so I'll let you know what decks I'm using. I like to use this deck. I start off, like I said, I kind of want to start off in the lower vibration where the confusion may be, what you might be dealing with, and help us move right up into the more positive. That is called the light and dark deck, and light and shadow deck, and that's why I like it, because it makes us deal with some of the shadow aspects. Right when I look at this card, right off the bat, you see this energy right here? It's illuminating for me from spirit in green and some blue, which is growth. It's growth, but it's also talking about tranquility within that growth. It's talking about courage within that growth. But it is growth of the crown, growth of your higher self, getting closer to your higher self right off the bat when I am being given this card. Now, the Princess of Wands is fire of fire. It speaks to us of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius in general. It is the Princess of Wands is full of fire. She's a very fire passionate energy, and she is not going to be pushed around. She is not going to be told what she is going to do and what she is not going to do. I'm sorry, the prince. He holds his powers in check. He's very much very much like what you are, my Jekyll and Hyde, my Geminis. I see both sides of the story, and I will make my decisions accordingly. This is holding their power in check. This is trying to be noble. It is making noble decisions. It is, I will not be pushed around. I will make the proper decision and the right decision for me. And this is meaning that this is the energy you are entertaining right here at the 15th, right as you're, like I said, still walking through that 12th house in a form. But I'm also being given the Princess of Wands. So you're giving the Princess of Wands and the Prince of Wands. The Prince of Wands is a little bit more mature than the Princess. The Princess is the conviction, the fierce courage of the heart and the soul to go after it. It is self-reliance. But you're coming into your soulful self. You're coming into understanding these energies. You're coming into truly accepting yourself in this time with what you're discovering about yourself. But you're refusing to be pushed around. You're going to make the responsible decisions. This is what's being said about where that platform is. Is there anything else about the platform for Gemini? For Sun, Moon, Rising Geminis. Sun, Moon, Rising Geminis. You also have the Prince of Cups. And the Prince of Cups speaks to you of self-assured assertiveness. Self-assured assertiveness. It speaks to us of healing. Healing and the mystery of yourself, because you're diving through the waters here. It is air and water. It is working through the temptation itself. Like I said, I'm willing to go after it, and I want to go after it, but I also want to know, I want to understand. So this is saying that you are digging into yourself and figuring out the right direction for you, which is what you should be doing. You're putting yourself in the right direction. The situation here is also I'm given the Seven of Pentacles at this time. You feel like you're getting little gain. You feel like you're being set back. And that's because it's that 12th house. That's what happens when we're dealing with the 12th house. That's what happens right before you're reborn. Okay, and that's what these energies are speaking to us of. But they just highlighted for me that this is you're questioning what to do. You're over-questioning what to do. It's become a spoiled vine is what it's saying. Saturn and Taurus. You are fighting that independence, individuality, uniqueness, freedom, self-worth, self-value, self-esteem. Because this is Saturn and Taurus. This is speaking about the rules, the walls, and the boundaries that you have to shift in order for you to do what Spirit was saying and walk your spiritual talk. Is there anything else before we move on that we need to know for Gemini about where they are on this platform? Is there anything else that Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus needs to know about where they are on this platform? Well, that don't count because like 6 of them flew out. So, is there anything else? My cards are changing colors for me too, which is saying this has to do again with spiritual growth, because it's the same coloring. I'm getting it in a it's just the way that they communicate, but it has to do with spiritual growth, but that you're bringing down to the 3rd dimension. You're learning to evolve, you're learning to open your crown better, you're learning to connect better, and you're actually bringing it back with you to the 3rd dimension, which means that's a good thing. It helps the manifestation, it helps the change, it helps the growth. So that's exactly what that's about, and it also gives you courage and tranquility as you are making that shift. And this is not getting anything else. Maybe that's all that they wanted me to see. Okay, so let's move forward. That's all they have to say about the platform. See, I have at the moment, I'm liking 3 specific decks that I'm using for these. But as I find out what Spirit wants from me, I'm sure that'll shift and change. So I have specific things that I know I've already learned. Now, what does Gemini, Sun, Moon, rising in Gemini, and Venus need to know about the energy that's incoming. What is the energy incoming at them that they may not see? What is the energy incoming at them? Gemini, as we move through, as Gemini goes from the 15th through the 31st, what is this incoming energy that's coming in at them? Sometimes they take their time. Sometimes they're really quick to just answer. I am being given Venus energy. Venus energy. And that also makes sense because Venus moved into Taurus at the same time. It's moving in on the 15th, which is coming into your, like I said, that's your 12th house. Venus is going to be moving into Taurus on the 15th, which is going to bring those sensitivities up. I don't like to call Venus love. Venus is quite capable of creating love, but it is not love. Venus is our sensitivities. It's our sensitivities to our emotions, our mental, our spiritual, and our physical. When you put your hand in a hot oven, cooking cookies at 365 degrees, and you burn the shit out of your hand, that is Venus saying, do not do this stuff. I tried to tell you before that this hurts me. So it's not always about love. It is about your sensitivity and what your sensitivity is teaching you that's good and bad for you. And you're going to be acknowledging it even after Mercury has left on the 21st. That's why you're being given Venus. You're going to be sensitive as you finish this month. You are being told you're going to acknowledge this energy from Venus coming at you. Now, what else do you have to say? Aries is what's flying out. Aries is talking to you. This is more or less telling you about cleaning out all that energy for these new beginnings. These new beginnings are coming at you. It is a firepower energy. It is universally, it is the first house. I'm pulling up your astrology. That's what this is. So I could take a little bit of a better look at it. Which would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is also, Aries is also speaking to you directly of your 11th house. So this is speaking to the relationships that you have in your outer relationships. But what I mean is like your friends, your goals, your dreams, your wishes, your memberships. This is going to be starting new situations within these areas. It's a brand new thing that's going to be working as you come through this Venus energy and all of that Taurus energy and you start healing, cleaning it out. This is going to be a brand new beginning that's starting within that universal 11th house for you, with your goals, your dreams, your wishes, your desires, but it is also your teams, you know, your memberships of what you are part of. So, like I said, that's where I'm being told Spirit is going to be taking you. Is there anything else? They also tell you Saturn. You're going to be working on your rules, walls, and boundaries. Well, everybody's working on our rules, walls, and boundaries right now. But if I look in here at your sign, where's Capricorn? That's 8, the universal 8th house. So it's a death and a rebirth within that 8th house. It's relationships in general, what the responsibilities are within those relationships, and how to act accordingly so you can shift those boundaries around and find what is limitless and what isn't, more or less, and readjust those rules, walls, and boundaries within those relationships and what they're responsible for. And every relationship you have has a responsibility in some form. It just depends on how you're viewing the relationship so that you can understand. Next, I'm being given Virgo. For me, Virgo is saying that I call Virgo the lie detector. It's the organizer. Virgo does not know how to go from A to D. It does, but it has to go A, B, C, D. It can't go, okay, I know all this stuff, let me just, and jump right over to D. It's telling you you need to go through all of the channels and make sure that you've checked everything. It's telling you to organize the situation, really view it, organize it, be the troubleshooter in the situation. Maybe it's also dealing with that universal 12th house as you create and come into a brand new beginning in general, because like I said, it's a rebirthing. Is there anything else that you need to understand before I move to the next deck? for Gemini. Sun. Understand that this is an illumination. That this is helping you to heal yourself, to move forward in the best way. It's helping you to re-illuminate yourself and come into your next soul fire. What did I say in the other card? That I was seeing the crown on fire. I was seeing the crown, you know, lifting up. I was seeing it in the cards. I was seeing the illumination coming straight through you, and that is speaking the same thing. It's speaking about, you know, the crown illuminating, but it was showing it in a spiritual growth way earlier. Okay, so what else does Gemini need to know? Did you just fall out? Did you just fall out? Very good. They did not just fall out. You were given, first off, you were given magic, the magician. Now, I don't see the magician quite like everybody else does. I see the magician in the way that I understand Hebrew. It is the beta, the alpha and the beta. The beta is the temple. The beta is the house. The beta is the vessel. But the vessel is useless at its connection of its magic if it's not connected to the alpha. So, if you are not connected in a healthy way, the manifestation that you're trying to create will not create what you're wanting to create. You have to be connected to your soul self, is what this is about. And you're clearing out all of that crap so that you can be connected in a more positive way. And you can manifest. This is, it's telling you you're creating from the paradox of what you've just cleaned out, more or less. It is your lower reality sifting into your upper reality. It is the connection of the awareness itself, of the two worlds. Remember, if you are manifesting from a low vibration, from a fear, from a negativity, you'll get more of that. So make sure your connection's right. Make sure you've cleaned that out. You worked on yourself. You're being honest with yourself. I said in the beginning, this had a lot to do with self-judgment and ego and pride. If you're trying to create whatever it is you're moving forward, they're telling you right off the bat, the magician is saying it all has to do with how you're connected. And then what are you connected with? Because next is the universe. Now, the universe for me is completion. But more importantly, the universe is telling you to finish what you started. Because I'm connecting it also with Hebrew. I connect everything with Hebrew. It is the cross. It is the mark. It is the central point. It is the final stamp on the end of something and the beginning of something new. It is Saturn and Earth. It is the new creation. It is those new rules, laws, and boundaries within your actual physical world. You're bringing it forward. But like I said, it's not just the final stamp, a central point of the cross and the mark. It is also telling you, finish what you started in order for you to move forward. Because if you don't, you will have problems with defeat. And defeat is 5 of Swords, meaning it's Venus in Aquarius. If you don't believe in yourself, okay, I point to these things because I write notes all over them for myself as cheat sheets to remind me of the different little things I want to say from all the different places I've pulled this information. If you have disbelief in yourself, then the magic will be created wrong. You must believe. You must be connected if you want this to not happen. You don't want to be in a destructive and in a destructive area for yourself. This is Libra. This is air and Libra energy. This is saying that if you want to move forward, you have to believe in yourself. You can't allow... Libras have, I say often that Libras have a problem with, I want so badly to create harmony that I'll settle. This is telling you, don't settle. This is telling you believe and stick to the course. Believe in yourself. Walk your spiritual talk. That is exactly what they were talking about. Is there anything else that Gemini needs to hear as they move forward from the 15th? And then you will receive the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is not just about love. I don't read for love, but if love shows up, so be it. It could be something new coming into your life in new relationships. We were looking at, it has to, some of this energy is going to have to do with those relationships and the responsibilities. So I'm not saying that somebody can't be coming into your life. It's very possible. But this is also a water energy. It is a start. It is a new birthing. It could very much be something like this. But this could also be a new birthing within yourself. A new unconditional love within yourself as you're moving forward. It is a perfect balance. It is the very holy grail. It is forgiveness. And you were working in that, that 12th house and coming into a first house. So this is starting new and having the ability to do so. I just want to tell you guys, I hope that everything works out, and I know that you're going to believe in yourself and that you can have everything you want. Just believe. And then I'll see you in 2 more weeks when you check back. Believe in yourself, babe, and you can do anything you want. It all starts with belief. Bye. Hey, it didn't shut off. Goodbye.